our first ever trip to Hershey, Pennsylvania to experience Hershey Park. And as prepared as I thought we were, more so because of the details of the park, I think we learned a lot.
Yeah. So this video will entail all the tips for the things that we did before we left for this trip and all the things that we found out while we were at Hershey Park. And I feel like there were a whole lot more that we found out than we thought we were going to.
And one of the things we found out the hard way was how many schools go there in late May.
Holy smokes. When we were waiting in line, there were kids from New Jersey, Philadelphia, I'm sure in the local Pennsylvania area, way more kids than I had expected, ranging from ages of middle school to high school. Plus, talking to someone that worked at Hershey Park, he had said typically it's busy during the day and then 3-4 o'clock it falls off because those kids have to get back on their buses to go back to school. So yeah, the lines got a little longer than we had expected. There was only one ride that we really had to wait a long time, and that's where I found the inefficiency in loading and unloading of the coaster and just some other things that I feel like could have been done better after traveling to other parks.
So one of the things that really prepared us is her calling ahead and speaking with a representative with Hershey Lodge. Was that right?
Actually, I believe it was Hershey Park. So what this video will, I hope, help do for you is not have to go to multiple websites. Because with calling that one person, she gave me a wealth of knowledge of all the different things that we could do, which helped us decide whether we were going to stay at Hershey Lodge or Hershey Hotel, or there's also a campground as well. But with choosing one of those, you get discounted tickets. When I looked at my invoice, we got about $6 to $7 off on tickets by booking with the lodge. Plus, we got preview night and sweet treat access, which is an hour early the day that you are at the park all day long. So those are two great benefits, plus additional tickets to the gardens and the Hershey Story Museum.
For free admission.
That were totally free, that are given to you when you register at the hotel. We typically stay at short-term rentals like Airbnbs or VRBOs. So this was a change for us to actually stay there, but there were so many more perks to staying at a Hershey resort for a family, because the lodge actually had a pool. That was another awesome benefit that we had. So they actually let us go to the water park after we checked out. Our keys still worked. Now, I did get permission from them. We didn't just do it because I wanted to make sure, but they told us, yeah, go ahead and enjoy it. So that was a huge perk for us because our youngest really, really wanted to swim, especially because the last day we left, it was a rainy day. So we got an hour and a half in at the swimming pool before we went back, and it was all Hershey themed, so it was really cute. Definitely good for the younger kids.
Arcade, it's also where the fitness room was. And this is just the beginning of the tips, suggestions, things to plan ahead. If you have any other suggestions, put them in the comments below so we can learn from one another, make these experiences all the better. But with that said, we hope you enjoy our experience and the things that you need to do to prepare for Hershey Park.
It was awesome. It was. Going backwards is definitely what got me in the tummy. It literally, the seat, I'm so small. Literally when we were going up and then we were going down, literally I could feel myself floating. We did! We looked down and we saw you guys! Were we going high? Yeah.
The first thing you can do before you go is download the Hershey Park app and get familiar with the park. One thing you'll notice when looking at the map is that there is not a specific area for kids. The kiddie and family rides are scattered throughout the park, so measure your crew before you go so you can determine which rides and coasters are suitable for each person and where they are located.
Drive to the park and the surrounding areas. Using the shuttle when staying at the Hershey Hotel, it makes sense, but there's still a good chance you'll have to wait your turn to get on the shuttle to get to and from once it gets busy. Another reason to drive and pay to park at the park, it's only $26 online, $35 when you pay at the gate. So avoid waiting in the long lines and crammed buses and take your personal vehicle. And when you take your personal vehicle, you can get a close parking spot when you plan to go to Hershey's Chocolate World. It typically opens before the park, so you can spend some time there before entering the park like we did.
Today's day 2 and it's Chocolate World Day.
We are here to do the tour of what Chocolate World is all about and also create our own chocolate bar.
Yum, yum, yum.
Okay, so they open at 9 o'clock. The park doesn't open till 11 o'clock. Obviously check the hours of whatever time this stuff opens for you. So we figured we'd spend an hour or two in here and then head to the park right there.
There were a few tour and experience options inside Chocolate World. The Hershey's Chocolate Tour was free. It's a 15-minute ride along about how the chocolate is made, but this experience could have easily lasted longer if you'd like to read about the history of Hershey before getting to the virtual part. There are 3 options that do cost money, including a virtual cinematic experience, a tasting experience, and creating your own bar. Our oldest did the creating your own bar solo, since the only person who can be in this section are those who have paid the $30.
About to go make my own chocolate. Okay, that was it. My bar just went into the thing where they put the toppings and add-ins into your bar. My white chocolate bar is about to go into that machine right there, filled with chocolate to cover it off, and it's gonna be done, and it's gonna be amazing. I can't wait to take a nice big bite of that, and it's gonna be amazing. I would definitely recommend doing this. Yes, it might be a little pricey in your range, but it is gonna be awesome. I'm about to make my own packaging, which is so awesome. So let's get started. So they have 4 things, and let's go with custom. I'm gonna do it teal. I just love teal. So guys, I'm about to unbox. Well, my mom is about to unbox my Hershey bar. I think it looks amazing. Let's see what they think, and let's see what you think.
Ooh, I'm not gonna open it any further than that. What do you think? After the Chocolate World experience, be sure to purchase the all-day drink and meal plan before entering the park. The drink plan costs around $23. It comes with a souvenir cup, which we lost, and you can refill it every 10 minutes. Our family took water bottles into the park, which is allowed, to fill up at water stations as needed. We shared a fountain drink throughout the day, so we stayed hydrated and got our money's worth for the drinks.
Same for the meals. We spent $40 for an all-day meal pass, which allows a meal every 90 minutes. And if you like wings, go to Chickies and Pete's by Jolly Rancher Mix-Up. Without the meal plan, this plate alone cost $24.99. We had 2 while we were at the park. Our family of 4 did just fine with 1 of each plan. 2 of each plan may be most people's preference though. Now for a quick recap of our full day at the park.
The rides were awesome, and making your candy bar was really awesome. You got to see how they made it. It was really cool. You got to choose what you put in it, how you want it, and the flavor. And
it was personalized.
Yes.
Okay. How about you, Ken? What was the most favorite part for you?
Probably the roller coasters.
What?
My favorite roller coaster was Jolly Rancher Mix-Up. Right behind us, and it's really
How many?
Did try it sometimes.
How many times did you ride it?
Twice.
Yes, and you ride it once and you pause right at the top.
Yeah.
And then what?
When you pause, it means like people are getting on the bottom.
Yep.
And you have to wait at the top, and you go twice.
So you get to go twice. So really, you went how many times? 4 times. So 2 times and 2 times. I don't like motion. I don't do great on motion, and that was okay for me.
Yeah, because he's good on smooth bikes. Not like
Trailblazer was really rough. Coco Cruiser was okay. It was pretty rough. She actually did the Super Ooper, what's that called?
Super Duper Looper.
Super Duper Looper.
It was really fast. It was really...
She was concerned that I would get sick.
Yeah.
I just get most, but I don't get sick.
Yeah, it was pretty jerky.
Pretty jerky. Okay, so we ran out of time. I told him I would do it by the end of this trip, but we divided and conquered. Amanda and Maddie, they are at the big coasters, Candemonium, and some others they went to. What else did you do that was maybe that me and you did, no one else did?
Go to a show and see all the characters.
Well, we didn't see all the characters, but we saw most of them.
Which ones did you see?
We saw Hershey, we saw Reese's, we saw Hershey Kiss, and Twizzlers.
The the audience members, actually, there was 3 different contestants. They went up as groups of 2, and she probably could have got up there, but she didn't have her big sis with her, so her big sis could have got her up there.
No.
And it was a trivia competition. The winner got a free milkshake, and the runners-up got, I think, a free full-size bar. And anyway, I think that might have been one of her favorite things. She really got into that. What was your favorite thing or biggest takeaway?
Biggest takeaway is I'm really mad at myself that I didn't look at the paperwork and realize that we got in an hour early today. So when you stay at a resort, you get the preview night plus an hour early the next day. So we only got about 15 minutes extra today just because I didn't take advantage of that. So that's something to know. And so we did get on the Twisted Gravity a little bit before everybody else. We were able to go on 10 rides today. Yeah. So getting here at 10:45 and leaving at 7, that's a pretty good day.
We're going to go in to Hershey's Chocolate World one last time and get dessert. We packed a lot into a day and a half. The following and our last day was a wash, so we spent it at the lodge pool. Like Manda said at the beginning of the video, it was really nice of the lodge to allow us to use the pool since checkout time is 11 a.m. and the pool did not open until noon.
With that said, the next time we go to Hershey Park, we'll plan for at least 3 nights and 4 days instead of 2 nights and 3 days. One more day would have allowed us to likely do all the coasters in the park, visit the water park, and the zoo, which is located in the park. It's not very big, an hour should be plenty of time to walk through.
My youngest daughter and I, we probably should have done that, but then again, we wanted to see whatever performance was going on inside of HP Theater, which she really did enjoy. But again, another day would have given us time to do everything within the park and give us time to go downtown to see the Hershey Museum.
So we hope you enjoyed our experience in our video in Hershey, Pennsylvania. A little disclaimer, I accidentally deleted a lot of our preview day, so that's why it was a little short on content. So hopefully you can give me a little mercy and grace there. But right now we're on our way to our next amusement park, which is much closer to home.
So this amusement park is within an hour from where we live. It is a park that we visit often in the summertime and even through the fall and through the winter, which is great because our kids love to experience that too.
So this park is definitely something you can knock out in a day. Unlike we felt in Hershey Park, you would need multiple days to do that. So we try to break down our trips anytime we go anywhere. And so, for example, when we went to Hershey Park, we stopped 3.5 hours from home each way. So we broke down the trip, do something a little different. That's also going to be a video we share on here. So be sure to like and subscribe so you're updated as to when that video is ready. It was a small hiking town that I didn't feel a whole lot of people knew about. What about you?
No, definitely telling people from where we are from, they had no idea that it existed. And this one was like a little hidden gem. Like, we went on a holiday weekend and it was busy, but then we actually stopped on the way back and it was a ghost town.
It really was.
But I mean, great trails, family friendly, beautiful waterfalls, some natural slides that the river was unfortunately a little too high for, so we weren't able to do those, but we still got to hike to them and actually see them. We did find some really good food and dessert places, even though they were limited. Definitely a place that we would recommend going to and going back to again.
Easily something you can do in a day, what we did there each time. And I said 3 hours. It was 5 hours from Cincinnati, so we broke it down that way. But definitely a place that we will probably go back to anytime we head back to Hershey, Pennsylvania. But that hiking town, mountain town, if you will, is in Pennsylvania. So be on the lookout for that video, as well as today's adventure at the amusement park in Ohio. But that's going to do it for our debut video. Make sure, again, you like, subscribe, do all the things so you are up to date with our next adventure. Thanks for watching.
Bye.